Hello. From the den of the alien on this planet. Well, believe me or not, I have been, or I was born. I have been born, or I was born on this goddamn planet called Earth in the solar system. Right? As a human. But as I'm becoming more and more aware of the things on this planet, I become more alien. More alien as in maybe this is not how things are run my home planet, where the hell I'm from. So how did that happen, sir? How did you become an alien? You were born as a human on this planet. Well, that's a mystery, right? That's the mystery. All right? Am I like some sort of a reincarnation of some other being, soul? I don't think so. I don't believe in that. Yeah, I don't believe in that. You're born here as a human, and then you go through life experiences. Life experiences that just make you not out of some sort of a an order, a top-down approach of, oh, this is what you have to become of the human civilization. No, I think circumstances of your life, and if you're still alive, I'm not saying that I'm the Riddick. Remember the Riddick series movies? The Pitch Black, and I think they are on Netflix now. Oh, you guys gotta watch that series, Riddick. Sometimes I feel like I'm the Riddick. Except if I have a bounty on my head in this part of the galaxy, and they find out where I am, well, they're gonna come after me. Right? Well, is that even a possibility? I don't know. It's a possibility in a sense that if there are interdimensional, right, realms and realities, then that's a possibility that my birth on this planet is just nothing but some sort of a a way for me to come back to this body. Well, what does that mean, sir? You are talking in some goddamn alien language that nobody can understand. Well, I'm trying to basically explain this in a layman term, a human English Engleso term. Bien? Mucho, mucho bien. Okay, so there was a little bit of Spanish right there. I mean, so how did that happen, sir? Well, interdimensional travel, if possible. Well, I mean, it's very well possible that the aliens are already here. Well, I have never met anyone. Forget the aliens. I mean, for me to basically start this podcast on this rather extremely depressing, I'm sorry to say, Sunday night. When I say depressing, means like depressing in terms of, you know, the goddamn weather. It has been raining for 3 goddamn days. Continuous. Without a break. So, how is it possible that I actually some sort of a reincarnate? Well, I don't want to use the word reincarnation. Okay, that I'm some sort of a warrior from another dimension who has somehow broken through time and space to come here. Okay, so now what I mean is that without implying that actually my body has been taken over by some other being from another dimension. No, I don't think so. I think what actually I'm trying to say, and there's a possibility, obviously, right? It's a possibility that we just become aliens through our senses, through our, you know, inner, manifestations of like who we are. Why? Why do you want to be an alien, sir? Why not just be a human? Well, first of all, for me to be a human, it's, I'm sorry to say, but it's a proposition that I will consider to an extent with conditions. And what are the conditions, sir? Well, the truth, right? See, the problem is that aliens are naked truth without any impetus of invasions or flying starships and goddamn UFOs, alright? That's not that's not the that's not the manifestation of the alien in on a human land. So then what is it? Well, I think the alien manifests itself through the work of change. A change, a positive change. A positive change does not come until you go through all the negativity and then you say, yeah, I've been through all of that and I've also been through horse shit, right? So that means the alien is trying to tell the humans, like the alien within me is trying to tell me, the human that was born on this planet, hey, you monkey who developed his or her brain a million whatever years ago, however many years ago, through discovery of fire. Otherwise, you're monkeys. We became more intelligent just because we learned how to eat cooked food. Now, isn't that fucking amazing? Yeah. Well, Terence McKenna's, what is that? Apes theory, where the apes came out of the African jungles and then they started eating mushrooms and then that's how they developed their brain. No, that's not true. Okay, without going too far into the fucking past. All right, what I'm trying to say is that the humans have just discovered where they are in this fucking universe. I'm talking about longitude, latitude, right? And what's the other one? Third dimension, right? In the sea of gazillion stars. Now, why the fuck we are so isolated? Why? Obviously, the distance, right? The distances are what keeps us isolated from other planets. Now, if you're telling me that we are somehow we are some superior beings, created by some no, no, no. Well, the universe might have been created by somebody, some sort of an alien intelligence, right? that is so advanced in their technology and everything else that uh, have figured out how to create a universe within this universe, right? Have they? Aren't there like inter-universal laws? Okay, I hope I just coined a term, inter-universal laws. How would there be intra-universal laws? Huh? That it, some sort of a planet, right? Some sort of a planet and its species somehow through their evolution and natural evolution. Okay, nobody has helped us, none. Okay, well, we have helped each other. I think that's what it is. All right, you may find any other help, whatever you believe in, whatever your circumstances are, or whatever makes you more in peace with yourself and everything else, right? So why can an inter-universal species that becomes so advanced that start creating universes, and that's the parallel universe theory, isn't that it is? So let me just be a little more uh, explicit, all right? So we all can understand what the hell I'm trying to say. We human beings are here. I think I have to say in my human body. I have to say that, yeah, we are here. We are here means I'm talking to a goddamn computer. And this computer is going to disseminate this video across the fucking galaxy. Well, maybe not across the galaxy, sir. This video can reach as far as Alpha Centauri in 4 years. Not now. As soon as I post this to my YouTube channel and my the new Spotify channel, right? All of you out there. As soon as I post this has the tendency and potential to go as far as Alpha Centauri in 4 years. All right, that's the goddamn limitation we have with our technology. Now, hear me out. Hear me out, humans. We are here at this point in juncture of our technological, human technological, basically us, the monkeys, have come to this point where we can relay information, video, audio, songs, whatever the fuck you are putting out there, right? Out to the universe. All right. Just imagine. Just imagine. Well, before I start with the just imagine part, all right. How long it took us to get here, huh? 200 years? Well, no, not 200 years, sir. I mean, actually, a lot more. See, we said that, oh, this whole technology, and electricity, and we discovered electricity like 200 years ago, or whatever, Faraday and all these other guys, they have found out. And then the evolution, right? Revolution. Right? Talking about flying cars now, right? How long it took us? It didn't take us 200 years. It took us millions of years. Okay, all right. For us to come to this point, it took us millions of years. See that? If you ever taken a psychedelic, a powerful psychedelic, I have not. Well, I've taken ayahuasca, but ayahuasca is more like, you are going to be like, surrounded by these creatures, and it's like the jungles, the whole thing, right? Whatever. But yeah, it was a beautiful experience. I'm not saying that it was tough. But some people experience that, I think, through mushrooms and all that, and they experience the beginning, the birth of the goddamn fucking universe. Now, how beautiful is that, right? Okay, so experience. I'm talking about like one hand experience, first hand, not one hand, sir, first hand. All right. So, why and how we think that here we are now? It's not the why and how, sir. Here we are now, right? No, it didn't take us 200 years. Well, I mean, 200 years, after 200 years, it took us gazillion fucking years, all right? Not gazillion, sir. Let's say million years. Since the the whatever, right? We became intelligent species up until like we became chimpanzees, monkeys, and then for us to become humans, I think it took us a long time, at least like 2 million years. Is that what it is? We turned into humans from monkeys in 2 million years. I think. Don't quote me on this one, but I think that's truth, right? So whatever it is, right? So we had that evolution from beginning of that 2 million years ago, right? And then up to the end of 2 million years, there are terms for the Paleolithic period. There's the lower Paleolithic, upper Paleolithic, blah blah blah, right? And so, what does that mean? It means that we actually, well, it took us actually 2 million years. Now, 2 million years to become humans from monkeys. No, we are still monkeys. I'm not saying that. We still have the same limbs, and we still like act like monkeys and beasts, and But our brains are more developed, means we can do what monkeys cannot do because we have more neurons. Simple as that. You know how people think that, oh, we somehow we are some like God given, some sort of like humans are, special, whatever creatures on this planet, and we are supposed to be like this because of some willing of some person in whatever, right? No, no, no. Hear me out. Hear me out. It took us 2 fucking million years. You know how long that is in your lifetime? Your life of 100 years, which is actually the upper limit, right? If you can live up to 100 years, so that means that life of yours in the 2 million years time period is just a blip, not even. So you think the evolution actually, you think that the evolution actually like just happened like that? No, no, no. That's not the point I'm trying to make. All right? Okay, so let's say that we became humans 2 million afters because we discovered food, at some point in time. The monkeys, our ancestors, they discovered fire. And fire, through fire, we were able to cook. Just imagine like uncooked meat, right? Or anything else uncooked, just like legumes and like these, whatever, right? Even some vegetables. The nutrition value of a cooked food is so much. Me and my wife were arguing the other night, actually last night. It's good. She's so intelligent. I love her. She says, when I kind of like trying to think, she said that just imagine that, okay, so we are humans and that's why we are intelligent. Just imagine that these other beasts became like us. Is that what she said? I don't know. I don't want to quote her. Incorrectly. I love her. So just imagine that instead of these chimpanzees, right? Well, I think there's a reason for chimpanzees to evolve from these other animals, right? Like, for example, if you are a fucking snow leopard, right? We have snow leopards where I come from, right? Hunza. Those mountains. Just imagine that we start feeding those animals cooked food. Keep doing that for like 1,000,000 years. Cheetahs and snow leopards, keep feeding them cooked food, nutritious food. And imagine what they evolve into. Jesus fucking Christ. Huh? Well, the problem is they can't be as agile as we are, because the monkeys were more agile, obviously, right? Because that's when they started walking upright and this and that. And just imagine, can you imagine a fucking cheetah or a snow leopard controlling a computer or flying a fucking plane. Well, they might do that. How about that? For a change, humans. Yeah. If you give more nutritious food to these beasts, they can develop the neurons as many as we have. It's a possibility, right? So, just imagine. Okay, so this is where I'm going, right? Just imagine that we. Oh, by the way, did you like my goatee? Huh? I'm trying to do a goatee, huh? So, just imagine. All right, just imagine 100 years from now. Okay. Yeah, I understand we have a limitation to our technology, all right? I cannot imagine. I can foresee, I can predict flying cars are going to be a possibility, right? Are going to be a reality. However, I cannot fathom, I cannot fucking fathom what we're going to be doing 100 years from now. I can't, all right? But just imagine we discover some sort of a goddamn technology where we actually do somehow meet the fucking aliens. How do we do that, sir? Well, I think the alien has found a technology that's actually connected directly to our mind and brain. All right? I think mind and brain are one of the most powerful things. I mean, just imagine okay. What's the most fascinating thing? I'm not talking about cars and Teslas and bullshit and all these plans and all that fucking other nonsense. I'm not talking about what we have created. I'm talking about what is the most fascinating thing that the evolution has come up with. The human mind. The human mind is what the evolution has come up with. And the human mind is going to basically take this evolution to the next level. All right? And how is that going to happen? How is that going to happen? Well, okay. Well, let's talk about that. The topic near and dear to me, which is space travel, and which is also my wife's near and dear because she's an astronomer in her other life, right? So let's take a top down approach on this one. Okay, so space travel. What's going to happen to space travel in 50 years? Well, I said 100 years, right? 100 years I don't see we're going anywhere farther than maybe Mars. I don't think so. Unless we use the thermonuclear technology. I think thermonuclear engines are the way to go, and you have to somehow do the propulsion system based on that, because those are the most efficient, and they can just, I think they can just like propel you into, right? I'm not talking about science fiction. I'm talking about the real. And so let's talk about that. Let's say we have let's say we have a colony on Mars, and we somehow have transported humans to Mars. And then we also have base on the moon. And then the farthest we can go with that endeavor, I think, is we probably are bringing back these precious metals from these asteroids, or even Mars, our moon, back to Earth. Or we might have factories on Mars, whatever, right? To process whatever, and we might be able to basically just like somehow, bring those precious metals because we need them, right? So the question is, are we going to go any further than that? I don't think so. That's it. So I think in 100 years we'll be just mining asteroids, and we are going to be sending a lot of probes out beyond Mars. All right. Yeah, we'll be on Mars, I think, in 100 years. All right. So that's my sort of like realistic scenario for this planet Earth, for humans, where we are going to be. Now, are we going to have another goddamn pandemic? I don't know. That I don't know. Are we going to have a nuclear war? No. No. Nuclear war is not a possibility. There are a lot of checks and balances to actually release a nuke. And there is a lot of collateral damage, including end of civilization. That's a risk nobody would want to take ever. I think war now is more going to be how we are going to live. How we are going to live as humans. With this technology, with developing technology, and how it's going to affect us, I think. So, AI. AI is one topic that is so hot on the fucking frying pan right now. Frying pan. I think, and if I'm not mistaken, AI is not a god. It's not a digital god. It's a human creation. It's a human creation because we created everything after we evolved. So everything that we talk about with AI is not a god. It's a human creation of software. Now, the hardware part is tricky one. And when I say the hardware part is tricky one, because when you create these robots, these robots are going to be controlled by computer chips. Computer chips is another human creation. The human creation is not going to give rise to AI that's going to control the humans. That's a far-fetched idea. It's not going to be Terminator. It's not going to be Skynet. I don't think so. That's a far-fetched idea. But the flying cars, yes. Flying cars, yes. No. Even if you come up with humanoid robots like Data from Star Trek, or Terminators, or Davids and Walters from Prometheus and Covenant, those are not going to be any sentient. There's no such thing as a sentient robot in 100 years. It's impossible. It's impossible to come up with a sentient robot in 100 years who will feel like us. Our human brains, our limbs, are the creation of the aliens through evolution, not through I created you. No, through evolution. Everything flows in the universal way, and the universal way is the most natural way of things evolving, including our human technology. And the human technology is not going to come up with sentient human beings or sentient robots. That's what I mean, I'm sorry. Sentient robots are not going to be like humans. Now, that's a far-fetched idea. That's a far-fetched idea that within X amount of years, the AI is going to take over us, including the robots. No. Only we're going to be using robots for assistance with our own lives, including lives. And there was a goddamn thunderstorm. I'm pretty sure you all saw it, right? Alright, so let's stick to the topic. Okay, so the AI is not going to be taking over humanoid world in 100 years. That's a far-fetched idea. Alright, what else? I've said this before, I think, and I would say this again, that we ordinary people in our human lives, human bodies and human lives, we're going to be so sick and tired of the bullshit, including, for example, the new age moments of stupidity. Well, the stupidity dies out anyways, you know. Stupidity without any logic dies out. As long as we are on this planet in these three-dimensional realms of space and time, we have to use the logic. That's our best bet to survive, and that's how we have survived. So, climate change. Let's talk about that. Alright? What's going to happen to this fucking planet? Is it going to be underwater? Is it going to be under fucking water in like 100 years? No. No. That's another far-fetched idea. Just somehow blown from outside into the ears of these youngsters, who are so eager to throw this planet. Far-fetched idea that we're going to be underwater in 100 years. No. No. Mark my word. You're deluding yourself. You're just making noise. You're just making noise. I understand you need attention because of social media and whatnot, right? Yeah, that's what you want. That's what you want. I understand that. But you're deluding yourself. No. It's the same stupidity as the sentient robots are going to take over the human planet. It's the same stupid idea. They are not. No, they are not going to take over this planet. So climate change is not an immediate threat, not even a threat up until 100 years at least, I'm predicting. It's not a threat to this planet. What the threat is to this planet? Population decline. Population decline, and that's already happening in Japan and in the Western world, where people don't want to have sex, don't want to have kids. Well, one or the other, or both. I am not an expert on why that's happening, but that's going to take us down the fucking extinction. Yes, that's a possibility in 100 years. Yeah, maybe we should actually, since nobody wants to have kids here on this planet, on this planet, sorry, on this side of the goddamn planet. So maybe we should bring humans from other parts of the world to this part of the world. How about that for a change? I don't know. So that's a possibility where we can be extinct, which I'm already seeing in my lifetime. Yeah, I could see lifetime like climate, like a little bit of climate change, but I'm not concerned about climate change at all. What I'm concerned about is human extinction through population decline. That's a reality. That's a reality. And what else? Did I just say something to Siri? I don't know. What are the other things? The other things that I can predict are that we rational humans are going to be so sick and tired of our politicians that they're going to be replaced with AI. We'll have to replace them with AI because we wouldn't have no choice. Because politics and politicians are the most corrupt people, and their cronies. Regardless of which party, which government, doesn't matter. And that's what's going to be taken over by AI, because also the government agencies are going to be taken over by these websites. Especially the ones are serving the people, the businesses. Those are going to be replaced by AI because they are so corrupt. Well, they may not be so corrupt, but they are so inefficient that there is a way to actually do everything in the most efficient way, and that's it. And that is to have the computer software do it, because it's all numbers and coding. Simple. That's going to happen. That's going to make people's lives, I hope, easier for everyone. Now, getting back to the basics, many of you, I'm pretty sure you ask in your lives, is the little guy going to have some sort of a say in this world? Including just like basic shit. I'm not trying to be sympathetic. I'm not trying to be running a non-profit podcast here. I work. I work because I like to work. But I think, and I don't want to get into why one of the other topics that I discussed tonight is what I predicted for next 100 years. Why? That's not my problem. Because that's not I'm not here to tell you why. You don't want to have kids. For example, it is what it is, somehow. But I can tell you why you are so worked up about the climate. Because you're young, enthusiastic. That's your anarchy. I understand that part, but it's not going to get you anywhere. Because your anarchy is based on illogic. All right? So, what are the other things? What are the other things that we should be concerned about in this day and age? Medicine. What do I have a prediction for medicine in the next 100 years? I have no hope. I have no hope for the pharmaceutical industry, except if and when including the whole medical industrial complex is going to accept the fact that maybe this is not the way to go. Yeah, Americans have money and they will spend, including their insurance industries, because all you need to do to them is just prescribe them medicine. Doesn't fucking matter. If that's what they want, give it to them. Throw the fucking pills at them. Yeah, that's your motto, has been for a long fucking time. I have no hope for you. Sorry. You're gonna have more lawsuits. Now, as far as the ordinary Americans and ordinary people in the whole fucking universe and planet, remember, our universe is this planet, because we don't know any other fucking planet. Except that I feel like I'm not from here. I'm pretty sure many of you do too. Well, you have no, the anchor. You know where the anchor is? Our anchor on this planet to an extent is truth. Not the absolute truth. At least relative truth, right? Relative truth to everything. There's a relative truth to everything. And if you don't understand that relative truth to everything that you are doing, you're fooling yourself. Fooling yourself. Now, I don't blame you. Some of you, many of you, who don't have the opportunities and, and I wish I could do something. Excuse me. On a global level. I can't. So, yeah, I could talk about my rant with my wife and the goddamn weather, which has been raining for 3 continuous nights and days, or this and that on this human planet, human life. Maybe I should just talk about something else that I don't usually talk about. Maybe I do. Because I know that the human life always is all full of something. Oh, I just like fucking whatever, lost my temper, whatever, dude. Or whatever, like, world is not perfect. This planet, people who claim to be gods and this and that, or messiahs, or whatever, right? Or Dalai Lama is trying to save your soul from something. I don't know. Well, have you ever actually tried to look at this planet for what it is? All you're trying to do is to just shine your own shoe That's it. At the end of the day, that's it, sir, man. I'm not trying to shine any of my shoes, because I live above this fucking bullshit. I have to. I have to. Because if I'm trying to be myself and this is who I am, alright? I'll portray some anger here and there, but hey, if you want to talk about the plight of my people, you don't want to know. We carved fucking mountains, granite, carved granite to bring water, alright, without any fucking tools. Alright, so let's just end it there, humans. That's my rant, and tell my wife I love her. And I'll see you all. Oh, one more thing, sorry. One of my relatives, he got married, you know. I had to congratulate him, and also close ones, you know. Of course, obviously, you know, after all, it's our DNA. Congratulations to you for getting married, starting a new journey. At least you're going to be with her, as opposed to me being on this distant, desolate place of New Jersey, and she's being in Pakistan. At least you're going to be with her, right? At least whatever. She can come to wherever you are. You can go to where she is, right? Whatever. My wife can't do that. All right. Okay. See, these are the fucking human things that I didn't want to discuss tonight. Then I'm come down to my own fucking bullshit. All right. Sorry. One more thing, I wanted to congratulate my cousin, my first cousin. I think he has a baby. Congratulations. He was here for New Year's and whatever, right? Stayed with me. I'm glad, you know, he did that. But congratulations to you, sir. You know, why not? I mean, you know, I'm the last one in this game of living a human life. You know, and my wife is the best. Yeah, we have differences, whatever. Who doesn't? We all are fucking flawed human beings. You know, we were not born in the image of some sort of a deity. No, we were not. And I'll tell you why not. We have different brain chemistries. Our brain chemistries could be from the birth and through the years. All right, so that's it. I'll see you all next weekend or Monday.